it has been a good long while since I have played anything on stream at all, especially Minecraft. If anybody remembers, way back when, I decided randomly to get into it again and grabbed one of those big, huge packs of like 300 mods and was just kind of plowing through that. Specifically, it was called, what was it called? Something ages something. And that was really interesting. I was liking it, but the problem is it is a very old pack, and it is using like 300 mods, which have been updated an awful lot since. Okay. So it's one of those things where I definitely need to look stuff up constantly, and everything I was looking up was totally out of date. So it got to be very frustrating. Plus, it's one of those things where, like, what I was interested in is it had this whole really elaborate tech tree to it, where you just kind of, why do I have all this stuff just in the inventory? You just kind of end up, harvesting is while I'm talking. Yeah, it's like a very elaborate tech tree process where you're like start out in the Stone Age and you're like not even using a regular crafting grid. It's this whole thing where you're like smacking rocks against it and stuff. But not been played it here yet, huh? So there's that, and then it also has a bunch of like really convoluted requirements for everything. Like, okay, this has been modded so it needs this one item from this mod. And this one from this mod, this one from this mod. So you have to like go through all these things in this progression and double back constantly. And some of them are these like really, I need to store stuff. These really, how is it storing stuff anyway? So, like, I'm having to do all these, like, quests in this place to get the stuff that works in this place, but I'm also dealing with this, system where, like, I have these extra requirements on what I have to eat to, not have massive penalties to everything. And then I have to deal with, this is a huge mess. That on top of, like, these weird combat mods and having garbage equipment and having a weird system of repairing my equipment. And it was getting to be, like, way too much stuff stacked up that was kind of a pain to deal with and that I couldn't look up anywhere. So I decided, okay, let me try some other things, and I poked around for a while, and then settled on, for now, this here, new-ish Skybox mod, which, for anyone unfamiliar, at some point where this single block of bedrock was, there was just kind of this small ball of dirt wrapped around it, with a couple of little roots hanging off the bottom. And as one thing that this does is, if you, say, punch a random piece of dirt with an empty hand, these little pebbles come out. And if you take a bunch of these pebbles and mash them together, like so, you get some random cobblestone. And there's some other odd, simple recipes combining like those pebbles and bits of dirt and stone and grass to get to the point I'm at right now. And at this point, if I can remember what I bound this quest log to? Yeah, so this whole quest tree goes through just like, here's how to get a tree, here's how to get some other kinds of plants, here's how to build things out of just wood for some reason, here's some options for chests, etc. Got through that whole first tree, and now I'm branching it into these other things, where The main thing I'm working on is the create mod, which is this new thing that I have set up somewhere, I think. Yes, in this dark corner of my base because I'm terrible at lighting things. Let me just sleep real quick. Okay, so the deal with create is you have windmills and water mills, and I have or water wheels rather. I have one you can kind of see tucked away in there that I have largely sealed off for reasons of I don't want to have a big mess everywhere. So that spins, you mount a shaft on there, add some gears to the shaft, you can adjust speeds with, you know, different sized ones, and you can use this to power various mechanical machines. Right now I have this hooked up to whatever the hell this is. Oh, a millstone apparently, and this mixer. So I can throw some things in here, if I have the right recipe, and it'll just kind of mix them together to make something else. And, you know, that whole mod, let's see, can't remember how to do anything. Oh, hi. Yeah. Yeah, I figured you were just kind of in bed all day. But hello. So yeah, like some of the stuff in here is big, like, crushing wheels and presses and alternate ways of burning things and bracing things. And somewhere in all of this, there are like mechanical pumps and conveyor belts and like log cutting machines and button pressing machines and whatnot, and glue and pegs, and you can just kind of like hand assemble various elaborate devices once you have the proper materials. So that's cool, and I'm excited to look into that a bit. With its many, many strange options. And, you know, various things you can crush into other things and whatnot, and blah, 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 blah. So, that's in the mix. Pun not intended. Which requires me to have some kelp, which I managed to get a hold of somehow. Just actually snag some of this for a bit. Should float up here. Right, and I'm taking this kelp and shoving it into this box, which has solar panels on it to automatically, for free, cook it down into dried kelp, which I'm needing to make these conveyor belts and such. So that's one whole system going on now. And then I'm farming some things, and then also in the quest book here is this whole system of somewhere in here, I think it is mentioned. So it's bronze making, it's sulfur. Yeah, there's this whole part of the quest line where I can tame rats and have them do things for me, which is a whole other, like, major mod that can automate basically anything and do some other very strange things. And I know nothing about it. And then on top of those, there is the system that largely got me to the point where I'm at right now, called Botania, I think it is, which is just this weird thing with these magic plants that you can grow and use to do various things, mostly based in automation and like gathering MP and spending it and such. So that's the whole thing. And it's a crazy skybox. So I don't know that I'm going to be like playing this on stream in an extensive amount, at least today, because I know nothing about any of these, and I'm just going to be like flailing and consulting wikis for a while. But I figured I would pop in here, because I haven't streamed anything in some time, and just kind of say what's up with that. So this, I'm probably just keep playing off stream, and maybe just pop in once in a while to show off how weird it's getting. I may also switch off to some other mod pack, and at some point I should really work out whether I can switch between a few on the fly and not lose my save files, which I haven't really looked into yet. But yeah, I think when I was putting this away, I was also working on this new storage system where you just shove things into these drawers so they're nice and labeled, and hold the same thing as the chest, just, you know, sort it out. So that's a thing that I might be doing in the future. Probably not. I definitely want to do another pass of the whole go through my entire Steam library and just play a little of everything for a little bit. I don't know when I'm going to get back in on that. I just want my friend Hazel around for that, who is in the chat there and is currently dealing with a massive heat wave and vaccines and other issues, and has just kind of been out of it for a while. And I've also been dealing with a bunch of health problems and other issues, and I've also been out of it for a while. And I just remember that I have this little magic box now that just gives me cobblestone. So I might as well just, like, build out my perimeter a bit with that while I'm talking. But yeah, so I'm going to get back into that at some point, and I have a PlayStation 4 that was given to me by someone being absurdly generous, who I would like to properly thank on stream at some point for doing that, and definitely need to, like, get into streaming stuff off that. I found my old capture card, and I was going to hook that up, but I forgot that it was AV outputs only, and also I can't find the power cord. So I need to get a new one of those for the console side of things, and I need to just kind of let things calm down, and then we'll start doing the random streaming stuff. And oh yeah, this is a thing in here, isn't it? This is actually, like, the best. Holy cow. None more of that, like, dangling by your toenails to extend the edges of things. Also, I need more grass. I forgot how I get dirt. Something makes dirt. I'll have to do some more of that. But, yeah, so gonna be getting back into that at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. And yeah, that's just kind of the state of affairs in Violet Streams Things Land right now. So yeah, that's kind of the only stuff online right now, is to explain what's up with all that. And, this is the end of that sentence, I suppose. So meanwhile, yeah, this whole mod pack here is interesting. I'm probably going to stick with it for a while. The skybox approach is interesting just because, like, I have to learn how these mods work to not just be on a piece of dirt in the sky. There's the really extensive, honestly, when you look at all the different pages to a quest log of things to come in this, making different kinds of ore to get various sorts of metals, and getting into higher automation stuff. And what is all this? This is enchanting, machines, pulverizers, complex computer storage, transferring heat with pipes, teleporters, robots, getting into other dimensions, apparently, Netherland and various dungeons, And then getting into other weird crafting systems. Blank singularity is certainly a thing. That may be the actual goal, is to just create a black hole. Okay, I'm down with that. And then there's just some other random quest lines for, like, here, just obtain something, get little reward points to spend on things, and do stupid stuff like make every kind of pickaxe. So that's this whole thing, and when I either get sick of this or finish with it, I suppose, I'm going to be trying to find something else that's a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the whole SevTech Ages, that's what it was called, mod. Like, I really like the way that's set up, as far as just this clear progression down a very big tech tree, and a mix of having to, like, build a bunch of stuff, go to a place, do a thing, get rare resources, repeat. Like, that's just cool. And I'd love to see something else that has that sort of structure to it. So far, I've been, like, poking around and seeing a lot of things like this, of just, like, okay, what can you get done from starting with nothing in a void, or in a very compact space. How did you even get over there? More stuff I can't carry. I really need to sort this inventory out for real at some point. Now I can just pop that into there. Yes. Yeah. Arrows just get tossed in somewhere here, which already has some of apparently. Bones, too. But yeah, like, something with that kind of structure that I'm really looking to find. I keep finding things that are just like, here's just, we threw a bunch of mods into the world. Have fun walking around the world with these going on. And ones that are like, here's a bunch of, like, random prizes for doing random things. You'll just be, like, getting these random loot drops and dealing with those the whole time. It's like, that sucks. Or apparently, like, the most popular thing, at least when I started this, is this thing called RL Craft, which just, like, adds in, like, 5,000 different kinds of monsters and, like, server-wide events where, like, a demon army will teleport in and just start destroying everything in sight and stuff like that, which I appreciate that's a thing, but, like, I hate Minecraft combat and would never want to do more of it than I absolutely have to. So yeah, I'm still kind of browsing around there, and if anybody has any weird mod pack suggestions that sounds like the sort of thing I'd be into, let me know, however. But otherwise, yeah, I am just kind of chilling out today. I am building this up to be more presentable and organizing things, and then I'm going to be, like, looking through how the whole rats mod works and some create stuff, and kind of trying to automate the production of various resources, and from there, I don't know, just go back into the quest book and see what's going on. And again, I'm going to be doing that mainly offline, just because I believe it would be incredibly boring to sit here watching me, like, build out this walkway for a couple hours and everything else I'm doing. But I figured I'd at least show off the current state of things, because I know I was doing a tour of this when I was first getting started with it, and it was just like, here I am on this rock, here I am building up this platform. And I figure, like, a time lapse of whenever I mess around with this, here's how things have changed could be interesting to see over however long it takes me to get through it. Just like every time I get to a new page of the quest book, basically, I'll try to check in and see. So this is what's going on now. But yeah, that's kind of it for today's weird, rambling little mini stream. Just, I'd like to get back into doing stuff. Today I'm kind of relaxing and playing Minecraft because, it has been very stressful this week, just in general. This is like full of stuff, right? Anyway, this is worth talking about briefly, actually, because kind of one of the better things that I obtained in recently is once I finally got some lava, which was like some weird thing mixing something in this mixer. There is in this pack and in several others. What's it called? This is actually a cumbersome interface when on this small of a screen. So I'm streaming this, but oh, I can just look at it. That's right. That's a whole thing. You can tell I play around with it a lot. Yeah, cobble generator. Which basically is with the ingredients that you would need to actually, like, you know, set up the water flowing over into the same area as some lava and just making cobblestone and then just mining it out. You make this one little single block thing full of water and lava, and it just, you stick a chest on top of it and it gradually fills it up with cobblestone forever. And there's apparently a lot of other things to unlock like that to just kind of get infinite everything forever and then just do whatever. And some like weird tools for like, I think I saw something in here that like eventually lets you just, if you want a sphere, it'll just like, okay, plop this down, put some materials in it, and, you know, put in the dimensions, and it'll just extrude out a sphere for you. Or plane or whatever odd shape, so you can just kind of like quickly do architectural stuff. You know, I put that down wrong. Yeah. So yeah, this is my day. I'm just gonna sit here, chilling out and playing Minecraft, and not dealing with the stress of way too many stressful things. And eventually, I will like have done something kind of maybe interesting and show this off again. And also learn how to place things without screwing up. But yeah, that was just kind of it today. Just wanted to check with that real quick, and yeah. That should be a thing. And again, at some point I'll get back to like regularly streaming the various things in my library and all that. But today, just kind of relaxing day, but I figured I would show you how I have somehow gotten this pile of a little bit of dirt into this, like, farm and mixing bowl and other various oddities. So yeah, that's it for now.